When I write now, I'm aware that the people who like my work are expecting so much, and it makes me tense.
You've got to top yourself?
It's not so much that you have to top yourself, it's that you want to write something fresh. You want to write something you haven't written before.
So it's an act of courage in a sense to...
It sure is, and it needs more courage, I think, as you get older. And that's what I didn't expect.
Sondheim and HBO both wanted a documentary that was somewhat innovative, not just the same old, and then I wrote. So the 6 songs were chosen as being representative of different aspects of his career. They're not our favorite songs, they may not be his best songs, but we thought they would illuminate his life and art.
I don't think there's any other composer and lyricist that can quite craft a song and a story within a song as artfully as he has managed to all of his career. The words are so witty, the tunes are so intricate and challenging, and just so artful, even with the time signatures. It's really fascinating, I think, Sondheim work, and I think you could study it for years and never fully grasp it, which is what's really special, I think. There's so many different meanings, I think, in all of his songs that's really fascinating.
It's his ability to put into lyrics what people are feeling, and as an actor, you don't have to struggle very hard to connect to the words. He's done that work for you, and so it's easy to just sink into the words and let the emotion follow.
For me, what sort of unlocks the sort of magic of Sondheim is his lyrics. I mean, he started out early in his career as a lyricist, for Gypsy and for West Side Story, and if doing the bed in a chair thing at City Center really sort of opened up my eyes to how really beautiful they can be interpreted in many different ways, and how sort of touching and sad, and pretty much every song he writes it has so many different layers to it. It's really fun.
It's not your usual chapter in verse. You really have to peel back the layers and get steely and get naked to work on Stephen's work. And I think that's the yummy difficulty of his stuff.
Everything counts. There's a reason for everything. There's no fluff. There's no fat, and everything has a purpose and a specificity to what he writes. So I think as an actor, you should also try and find that sort of very clear-cut definition of what you're doing and why you're doing it.
It's always about character and story, and it's very often it's sometimes it's hard to do his songs out of context because they're so driven by the story and the characters, and then sometimes they're very complex, but once you learn them, you never forget them. He's an original.
Stephen is iconic. If you look at the span of his career, you can watch him in the presence of other titans, Hammerstein and Richard Rodgers, writing as a pup with them, and then over the course of his career, he takes his place, as one of the stars in the constellation. So I think he's so prolific because he's been with us all along. We've all grown up with him.